I beg, I want to go to prison. Ghanaians, tell me the quickest thing that I will do now to go to prison. E be like say na Ghana prison is a home. Na e better pass our normal life. Because when you are in prison now, you don't need to stress. You can learn work. You can go university for inside prison. For Ghana, abeg watch this video.
My Nigerian brothers are even overwhelmed. My Nigerian brothers are even overwhelmed by the fact that Ghana's government is going to create access for prison inmates to acquire university degrees. Did you hear me well? President John Dramani Mahama is creating access for prison inmates to acquire university degrees whilst in prison.
We will improve the opportunity for prisoners to improve themselves with regards to skills training and with regards to education. I've heard of the very good work that many of you have done in the BECE and the SSCE, but you don't have any opportunity to continue. And so we're going to get one of the tertiary institutions to start a distant learning program in prison so that those who pass SSCE can continue and get a university degree.
Just like it is done in the Western world. You go to the Americas, the Europe, and everywhere. You see that? Yes, it is there. So somebody goes to prison and he comes out with, certificates. But here in our part of the world, no. John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, is now creating that access. That why not? We can also do it. So creating that access so that, because we have intelligent guys in the cells, there are a whole lot of issues that people, can land themselves in prisons. Seriously, you don't know what can even land you there. And you can see from President John Dramani Mahama, he mentioned that prison is there for everybody, because anybody at any point in time, anything can happen that can land you there. It doesn't mean that you are guilty. So it's a serious thing that needs commendation. And then again, he's going to even expand the prison size, not with the hope of, taking in more inmates, but with the hope of easing the congestion in the prison world.
Indeed, it is often said that prison exists for all of us because you don't know what you will do that will end you up here. Indeed, I can say unequivocally that there might be people here who indeed are innocent, but have found themselves here. And so in Tree, when they say, if you see what home it means anybody can end up in this place. And that is why we need to remember that inmates of the prisons also have rights and deserve to live in better conditions than I have come to see today. Last Tuesday, at the invitation of the Prisons Council and the command of the Ghana Prison Service, we launched a project called Project Ifiase. I'm sure you would have heard about it. It is a project that is meant to raise funds both from government sources and from the private sector to improve the conditions of our prisons. I want, as president and as leader of government, to speak on behalf of government and say that with what I've seen, we have an absolute commitment to contribute towards Project Ifiase to improve the conditions of inmates of our prisons. There are many aspects to this. The first one will be to increase the space for accommodation in this prison. And so in that regard, we're thinking and we're going to allocate the money to build 2 new blocks in Nsawam prison so that we can move more of the inmates out of the current congestion that you suffer.
If you have ever been to prison, you will understand it better, because the current minimum security prison in Sawum, with a capacity of 800 persons, now is taking over 3,000 persons. So you can imagine the congestion, the heat that is going to happen in there. The heat, the smell, it's not something that can be discussed here. Seriously. So it is a good thing that really needs commendation and which must be emulated across the African continent. We need to expand because, because anybody can find himself or herself in a prison, we should also make it a better place so that when you go there, you will not feel like you are in hell. After all, even though a certain part of human rights has been taken, it doesn't mean the end of life. And so the rest of the your rights must still be at play. Yes, you must still enjoy the other right. You are just confined, and that is the only right that has been curtailed. But you still have a life to live, and for that matter, you should be free. You should be free to think. You should be free to learn. You should be free to study and acquire certificates. Yes, and that is the avenue being created by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And you can see how my Nigerian friend is happy about this and doing his own comparison.
I beg, I want to go to prison. Ghanaians, tell me the quickest thing that I will do now to go to prison. It be like say na Ghana prison is a home. Now it better pass our normal life. Because when you are in prison now, you don't need to stress. You can learn work. You can go to university for inside prison. For Ghana, I beg, watch this video.
And I'm their president. And that's why it's in order that I came to visit you today.
Prisoners.
This is the first time I really have come into the prison to see the conditions that exist here. Houses who say today it is Gafili Gadochi Gawuka Ganama. Prisoners are our citizens. And even though one of their rights may have been curtailed, that is the freedom of movement.
I think wherever that this is lacking, it should also be emulated. And I believe in all the, other prisons in the country, there's going to be that expansion to ease the congestion in the prison, because anytime there's a breakout of disease, it's going to be worse, and it has been getting worse anytime there is. This is Authentic Plus TV. Kindly subscribe to the channel and share this video. Thank you.